And welcome back to another episode of House of Fun, where it is always fun, especially when you've just got your hands on a nice load of new engines. Well, they're new to me, they're not brand new, they're new to me. But we've got 125s, we've got 140s, they're all little pit bike engines. We've got the plastics, most of the plastics for this thing here. We've got the big wheel on the front, we need to get the big wheel for the back. We need to sort out this, either cut it and extend it, or I have another swing arm which is tucked away down in here. Where is it? It's there. There, I have another swing arm, so fingers crossed we can do something with that. Cut it up, swap it about, make it fit on this thing, and yeah, fingers crossed guys, we can do something. But I'm missing some parts, so I've got to contact the dude quickly and find out where they are. But I've started trying to put the front forks on and I have no head bearing. Up the top here, headstock bearing, whatever it is. Fork tube bearing, the top one, I'm missing it, it's not there. I haven't got the bolt for the swing arm for the little one, so I can put this wheel on it for now. I just want to try and chuck stuff on it. I've got a chain somewhere. It should run. I've got handlebars, I've got throttles, I've got everything I'd need for this right now to get this to run. So let's try and see if we can get the parts. And then we can get this thing to be popping and chopping. Apparently this carb's a piece of crap, so we'll go through our little pile of stuff and see if we can find a spare Mikuni for it, because they seem to work rather well. But hopefully at the end of this one guys, we'll have another running pit bike. And this should be a big wheel too, because they're normally this size. This is the size of my normal pit. Where did it get off? It's stuck, look. It's stuck. Get off. Normal wheel, big wheel. Big wheel's gorgeous. So we'll get that all sorted out and see if we can get the bits for it. You can see I have pieced this thing together a little bit more now. The back end is on. I have put the original smaller back end on for the time being. I managed to find a bolt that goes through. Nothing's done up yet, which is, she's all loose. The nut's on that side, but she's just in there loose for the time being. I put that wheel on because I didn't know where I was going. I just needed a roller. I'll put the exhaust on there, the can, because I wanted to try and start it and I didn't want it to be all blurby in my ear. Like, also put a pair of bars on it because it always needs a pair of bars, or how else you're going to hold on. And I've been out searching through my crap and I found their seat. It's not the right one. It's not off his bike, but it will do for now. And in all honesty, it doesn't actually look too bad on there. So I am going to not even bother pissing around with this carb, because this carb is a piece of shit. I have already tried to giving it a couple of kicks. This bike will run, it does run, it ticks over quite nicely. The second you give it a lick of throttle, she dies. So I've been through my many hordes of carbs and parts and bits and pieces, and I have found this Mikuni 36mm, I think. I can double check that. Tape measures right there. 26, 29 or something, I don't know. I don't remember what it was meant to have been. 26, because anything 30s and up is way more power. So we will get this one off, get the new one on, get this thing off here, get the new car put on there and find out what it wants to do. Hopefully she will rev up quite nicely, but I will put you on the stand, we'll get this one whipped off and get the new one whipped back on there again. Pow! guys, I was not told. Right, this is the new one I was going to put on. I haven't put it on because I found out that this was in there. Yes, it's cracked, it's fucked, and there's probably, hopefully you not see, the O-ring that was in it was also messed up. But 140 carb. Damn, I dropped that. Right, 140 carb. I'm guessing this is like a 110 or a 125 inlet washer guard piece. That is a hell of a restriction, and to be honest, it doesn't even line up properly. So, yeah, it does. I was for the shit, but it's not the right size. It's a restriction. I'm not surprised it wasn't running. I put the old carb back on because, like I said, she starts, she just doesn't rev up. So what we will try and do is start her and rev her up. Now I have put on a wider throat. I'm hoping she behaves, but we will have a look. Right. Choke is on, petrol is on. Oh. She still don't want to rev up. Right, let's see if she'll run off choke. Or at least half. I can't half it. Nah. Right, okay. She should be running by now. Quite well. Okay, that wasn't me that turned her off. Okay. Let's try changing the carb. I will change the carb, it'll be fine. I'm getting off the wrong side of the bike. Oh. Well, I'll set you back up the other way. I have swapped the carbs over. Hopefully, with some luck, this will start up and this will run fine. I have been through this carb somewhat. I've given the jets to clean out, I've given the passageway to clean out, but we'll see. Oh, that was a pop. Let's just try and get a bit more scented in there. Choke on, yes. Wow, that was choked off. I think you might have adjusted them valves wrong, I don't know. It's cold. I'll give it back some choke. Why does she not like running? Kick back. Wow, that's better. That's better. Wow. That's a lot better. She wants to run. Tick over's a little high, but she has no chain or nothing on her, so she is free running at the minute. Yeah. So much better. Oh, let's see if she'll actually... Let's find a screwdriver and change that tick over down. That's a fucking result. That's a result. So, definitely had carb issues. I'll have to go through it, see if it's the air fuel mixtures and shit. But, yeah, she sounds quite nice actually. I thought there was valve problems at first, because she didn't want to start up, but no, she was just a little cold. But she seems to be running alright. Had to get that door open, it's a bit smoky in here right now. But that is most definitely running. I have so many ideas for the minute because I have no back wheel that I'd actually run on this. Well, I do, but it's got no tyre in it and I'm not robbing the one off the other one. But I do have a set of supermoto wheels. So I also have a free garden at the minute because I got rid of that motorbike that a friend of mine crashed the other day. It went today, so I now have room to open the cupboard. So I might go and dig my supermoto tyres out and see if we can get them rigged up on this with a chain and a sprocket and a throttle. We'll see if we can go for a ride. Won't be today because it is dark, so like, it's later than what you think it is. So I'm going to try and get some stuff sorted out, and then hopefully tomorrow we will crack on and maybe make this a road goer. Even if it is just a road goer and not a field goer. The supermotors have no knobblies, it's road tyres. But they should get it up and running. At least get that back end so it's less floppy. But guys, that is definitely a running bike for the minute. Oh, the other carb is definitely shit, but like I say, I'll have a look through it, I'll check out some stuff on it later and see what can be done. But I'm off to go hook some bits out of the cupboard. You see guys, I've been out in the container. It's my little storage. You know, you see my quad in there. Got a bit of wood from the pit, a couple of other things. But I've pulled these out and they are 17s. So, just to sort of line that up a little bit. Go on, stay there for me. Because I want to stand back and look at it myself. Yeah, see, that might look quite nice with super motors on it, all done out nice. Now the thing is also, I have a 17-inch rear wheel. All I would need to do is get myself a knobbly tyre that fits that rim. So I am probably going to go online and see if I can find a knobbly tyre for it. If I can, 100,000,000% that is going on, and I will be digging out the long swing arm and modifying it. So the next things you see might be me cutting up a swing arm. If so, don't worry, it's not that one on there now, it'll be the new one. I'll have to cut it up, possibly find some bearings or some sort of bushing for it and make it fit up. But yeah, it should be fun. I'm off to go do some interneting and find out the sizes of knobbles that can fit onto this thing. Hopefully I can find them. That is starting to look something. That looks kind of good. I have taken the 17-inch rear. I've got my new swing arm out the shed. Out the storage, there's the old one. I've got the new swing arm out. And this needs to, I've got to take all this off so I can line everything up and try and figure out where it needs to sit in there to line the chain up with the sprocket with the best of ease. And you know, I don't want to go pissing around with all that over a long time. I don't want it to take fucking forever. So I'm going to try slapping the chain on there, stick a rule down it and try and chase my chain, my back end from there, try and get everything levels. But to be honest guys, that's looking pretty good. I mean, it has got a, let me see if I can get you some better light, because I'll put the seat back on. There we go. It has got a hook into them two notches. The one is right there and the other one ends over here, which you can just about see now. That has to be cut off in the middle. By the looking of it too, it kind of looks like it lines up with the whole centre of that bar gone. So we will find out. This little bar on the side, I'm guessing that was a brake control lever or something. I have no idea. We need to get rid of that thing as well, because it's just in the way. Yeah, I'm going to get a couple of bits and pieces removed off of this and I'll have you up on the stand for that. And then I'm going to do some measuring to figure it all out and yeah, we'll see what happens. Line up a chain and yeah, we'll have a little look, shall we? See what we can do. I won't do no cutting now because it's a bit late for that. Don't want to piss my neighbours off, so I'll crack on with the cutty tomorrow. But there ain't nothing stopping me from marking a bit of stuff up with pen and see how we go. So I will get you back up on the stand. I have this up on the bench. I have my mask on, well, my safety screen, and I have my ear defenders because my ears are shut, and I don't get grinding without them anymore. So I'm going to try and cut this out. We will try and get it straight as possible. But it was a bit of a jaunt to set this up. A little case under the bottom, a couple of little straps and some screws to hold it in place, so that ain't really going anywhere. And the t-shirt there is because I've got magnet strips across here and I do not want to fill them up with metal shavings from this. So I will skip through this bit so it don't end up hurting your ears, but I just thought I'd let you know what I was actually doing before I did it. As that back end is on, well, it's not on properly, it ain't finished. You see me just chuck it on there and shove a bolt through each bit. I have been through and I've waxed some little spacers and stuff in it. So this back wheel was spaced out. It's actually now done up nice and tight. I put a knot either side. Wrong size bar, but whatever, it's holding it there for now. That makes it solid with the axle and it makes my life a lot freaking easier. Up the end here, I have literally just shoved this bar through. It doesn't actually even come all the way out to the other side. But what I've done is there is a nut in the middle of this slot. There is a nut that backs up to this piece, spaces it, and then there's one in the other side that spaces that side. So it'll, if the bar was long enough right now and I could do it up, this would actually do up really nice and tight. So it's not too far off. What I am going to do is go down the shop and get a drill bit to drill out the bar that goes through the middle so I can fit the original bar that this swing arm come with. I have got the shock, I've got the seat. I couldn't help myself, guys. Like, look at it. It's actually looking pretty freaking good. I do reckon that front still needs a tiny bit more rake backwards, but once I cut this gap out that I have measured up in here, the black lines, need to cut them, and then that should hopefully sink in and I can shove a bolt through that. And if it's not right, if the bike doesn't sit right, if it's all wrong, I will cut that lot out or most of it and I will make up my own mount for it and just weld it in. So it's not too much of a hiccup. That is a steel swing arm, so it's not alley. I haven't got the problems of all that. So I'm going to get that all ripped out of there, get it on the bench and get that bit cut out and then put it back in, and I can take it off my wood stand and see what it actually sits like. Yes, the bolts are going to be loose underneath me. It's going to have a bit of play, but I will get the gist of it. It's only going to be a couple of mil out. So yeah, I'm trying to get that seat to level off a little bit just to stop me from sliding towards the tank a bit. I'm 6'2". This was a pit bike frame. I'm just trying to stretch her out a little bit. So hopefully I should be able to sit further back and it's more of a comfortable ride. But we'll figure it out. We'll get there. So, right. Okay, I'm kind of a little bit excited for this one. I took this out off camera because there is actually the like a bar in the middle. There is tape and bear on either end. There was a bar through the middle that everything read on, and the suspension used to bolt up over the top of this instead of through it, obviously. So I've cut the gap. I've put the insides back in either side to roll on the tapers just to shut the hole up a bit. I'm probably going to end up spacing out the ends of the bits to the inside of the shock. There's small gaps in there. I'm just going to push them out. But look, it's back end's wobbly dobbly. Nothing's tight. I just want to see where the seat sits. So I'm gonna drop shit on my own arse. Apparently, now I'll take this off and we can try and figure out where everything has to go. So wow, she's back on two wheels. Okay, is that rake angle too much? I got so much shit in the way. Right. Oh my god, that spring is so hard still. But oh, I can actually sit out really nicely on this. Let me just move some stuff out of the way. There's a little travel. I don't know. I think that was actually okay. Just trying to get this seat to sit nicely, and to be fair, it kind of does. I can sit where I want on this, which is exactly what I wanted. I think this might be okay, guys. I think what we need to do now is find some bolts that fit, drill out some holes, and find me some bits and pieces so we can bolt this all up. Happy days, I think. I do have a problem. The shock is incredibly stiff on the back though. God, yeah, see, that's well stiff. What is going on with that? Can't do no preload or nothing on it. I wonder if it's got too much gas or something in it. Or maybe it's for a bigger bike. I have no idea. It doesn't look like it though. But for the minute, guys, everything is falling down on me today. You get back in there and just stay there. You come back over this way a little bit, shaking your seat off. But yeah, guys, just have a look at that. She's actually mint. She looks so much better than it did before with that tiddly little back wheel on there. Yes, I know the seat's not right for it, and there's bits and pieces that aren't correct, like them handlebars, they're BMX bars, but what are you going to do, eh? It kind of looks cool. And I am the type of idiot that would actually ride it in the state that it's in right now. But I don't have a chain and sprocket. So I need a new front sprocket. It's 428 chain, rear. I've got 428 chain, I just need the front sprocket. I might have it. I don't know. We'll find out. We will find out. But I am off to find bearings and bolts and drill bits, and I will be back. I have indeed been off and then found myself a couple of drill bits. That one might be too small, but we'll use that as a step up, and that should hopefully, I'm hoping you saw that. Right, so we've got that one going through first. I think that might be too small. We've got that one as a step up just to take some material out, and then that one should hopefully be my final size. But we will get this back end off. I thought them drill bits were all going on the floor. We will get this back end off because we need to get through to the holes. So pull that out, move my gubbins over, drop that down. Did not mean to undo that, but I suppose that may have just done me a favour. Let's get this swing arm out of my way without knocking the camera over. And then what we'll do, I was going to say, we'll get that leaned over and start drilling it out, but it's kind of done it on its own, which is nice. So I will get you set up and I will try and get this drilled out. Okie dokies, we have been around and I have drilled out the hole. So I went through first with a smaller drill bit than the one I wanted at the actual hole size, and then I went through with the other one, which I don't know, it's a bit, the bar might be bent, my hole might be wrong, the actual drill bit might be the wrong size. Either way, I had to drill in it as you saw there. I'm sorry I missed some of the footage off. It's I kind of got lost, but yeah, you kind of get the gist of what was going on. So we're going to try and pull this back in place. The nuts that I put in, I have also drilled them out. So fingers crossed that they line up and slide through how I want them to. This bar's had a nice little clean up too. I thought it needed it. It was a bit mean. Stay still. Sorry if you can't see it on the floor, the bar was rolling around all over the place. I lost the washer. It's not a washer, it's a spacer, but it's a nut. I lost the nut. Oh, I didn't. Not one of my own anyway. Did I mess that up? No, that's cool. Right. There's one in. This is why I've left that extra little bit of axle rear swing arm left over without cutting it. It kind of adds in as like a support for me to be able to do stuff over here, so I thought it was quite useful. Bloody thing. There we go. And then that one, and then might need some spacers because I have been an idiot. I've just put that all on there without putting the caps on there. But oh, that was my thumb. How is? It probably ain't gonna work how I want it to. See guys, it's not always easy on your own. Let's have a look. Oh! Oh! Yes! It's not even done up yet and it's still nice. That's rideable, guys. That is 100% rideable. Very happy guys. I just need to either swap sides where that bolt is or find a tap set that will run me some new threads down that bar. But for now I am going to cut a spacer bar and just do it up with a nut. I know that's cheating and I'm actually going to have to put it out and slide it through the other side because it's in the way of my kickstart. But I am not struggling through that again on camera with you guys, so I'll turn you off and I'm going to struggle with that on my... Oh, I've got hiccups. I'll turn you off and I struggle with that on my own. It's on there. I have swapped the bolt round to this side. I've put a little spacer on there, couple of washers, and then put the nut on, and I've done it up. And in all honesty, let me put it back down and get you centered off. This thing is perfect. There's nothing there. There's no play in it. Obviously that's got wibble on it because that's the wrong size bolt for the wheel. I've got to source one of them out yet, but we actually have a rather solid freaking swing arm on that. That's nice and tight. It's actually got less play in it than what my actual Veradero has, but whatever. I'll figure that one out on my other bike later. This is actually spot on. I am very happy with this right now. We need to sort out some little thingy problems with this. Maybe, I don't know, I was thinking about cutting down the back of the support arms on this, because there's a plate down the back side of this. If I cut this out a little bit, when I do it up, it should sandwich in and hopefully tighten up on that. Because we're going to stick a washer in this side and a washer in this side, probably weld them in, so it's a box, and then see if I can close this section up to tighten it up around the bottom of the shock. This top one's going to tighten up perfect anyway, that'll be fine, it's not even an issue. So yeah, my only biggest issue right now is finding a bolt for the back end of this, but there is a Bike Breakers that I go to a lot, so I will go pay them a visit and see if I can measure this one up and find one. But yeah, it's a bit late for me now guys. I am gonna pack up and head my ass inside. But until tomorrow, yeah, this is getting there. I am so happy right now. Probably should bungee strap it or something. We'll just take it off. She should. We're in a reasonable start right now. really wish I had a clutch to disengage that. So, she's definitely looking a lot different. I have been in, as you see, I've shaved down the bar that is now in the back end. That is a bit of all thread. It fits the, it's loose in the fittings in the rear swing arm. It fits the wheel perfectly. Doing the bolts up, yeah, we're golden, I'd say. I've got a chain on. She's 428, rear sprocket's 428, front sprocket 428. She's a big ass 17 I've ordered up. We've got a roller down the bottom here, skateboard wheel. I made that, well, I put that on earlier. It's already been grooved out like a couple of years ago. I've put the foot peg on. I've put the new seat in place. For now, it's not staying at all. We have a clutch that works. I've made sure that is working. We have a throttle. We still have no brakes. Yeah, we have no brakes. Just point blank, have no brakes. Haven't really looked into that yet. But I'm going for, oh, I got hiccups. That's probably anxiety hiccups because I'm going for a ride. I'm going for a ride. So next you see will be me starting this up outside, going for a little toodles down the road. I'm not going fast. I'm not going fast. I don't have any brakes. But first ride, guys. Literally first ride. We've had it start up. This is my first ride. I've got a clutch. I need to get a case. I need to get a case. Chain guard case. I tried to put my fan on and my fan was hitting up here. So I'm not cutting my fan case. You can actually go do one. I will try and find another one. But for now we have no gear cover. But chain cover. Do you need one? We'll see that later.
First ride, take two. Take one. We just have to take one, pal. Well, it makes a god awful noise when you go over anything. I think your tyres hitting the exhaust and the plastic. Oh, is it at the front?
Yep.
Oh.
Guys, as you see, first ride. Well, wasn't really not that much of a success. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't going slow. Well, I was, shush, I was going slow. My foot peg held up, which is nice. It hasn't moved. I didn't catch my feet, nothing. I did go for a second ride, which was not recorded, unfortunately, but I put the air filter back on, and she didn't really run any better. As you could tell, hopefully, as you could hear in the footage, she was bogging out hard. She's coughing fuel out the car pretty hard. So either my valves are not adjusted correctly, or my timing is not correct. I am going to check my timing first. It is all behind this little gold emblem piece here. So I'll get the markings all lined up on the flywheel, and then we will get that taken off, and I'm going to check inside of that. I really want this engine running nice and just take it for a decent run. But we did indeed have the problem of these front forks are colliding with this. I'm hoping you can see it, but there is indeed rubber. Oh, I lost my torch. Rubber on the bottom of this. You can just about see it. It come up, it hit this quite hard. That's what that noise was as I went over the speed hump. The knobbles on the inside of my tyre are hitting. So I'm slightly tempted to see if I can put the supermoto on the front of this and do away with that. Hopefully we have clearance. But she's not going to be very much fun in a field if I don't at least have a knobbly front tyre. So I don't know what to do yet. I am off to ponder. I'm actually not. I'm off to watch Deadpool Wolverine film. So that comes over this bike right now. I've been working on this thing all day, and it is time for a little breakies. So this thing will see me tomorrow. Okay, so completely different change of scenery, and okay, what happened here then? Swing arm is the swing arm's up there, guys. Okay, swing arm's here. Right, I've dismantled it. I've taken it apart. I've robbed parts off of it for an upcoming project, which, in all honesty, guys, beats this hands down. The downside for me was these are 50cc forks. The other downside is the engine was being a douche. It turns out the flywheel was actually loose. I managed to tighten it up. I got the engine to run okay. I removed it from here and I put it into my small wheel pit. It rode fine for quite a while and now is playing up and has just been removed from said bike. So that bike's now got a 125 back in it. I am actually here quickly finishing this video, also robbing the headstock bearings for my other bike. So this thing is now just been parted out, guys. I know it's a bit of a shame. I mean, thank you guys for staying around, watching the video. It's a shame it's come to this one. This is a rare occurrence for House of Fun. But thank you for sticking about and watching. If you haven't already, leave a comment, leave a like, because it needs some of them. And don't forget, guys, if you haven't already subscribed, hit that button down below for me, please. That is House of Fun out.